Hi. Okay, what I'm going to be talking about on this clip is the downward diagonal elbow. Very popular elbowing technique, especially in Muay Thai boxing and some of the other more Filipino type arts, but it's just an elbow at the end of the day. Forget styles and systems, we're just elbowing somebody, and in this particular way we're elbowing to try and cause either a break at the zygomatic process around the eye socket or a cut above the top of the eye there on the bridge. The tip of the elbow is the target area here, not this part of the elbow here, which you often sometimes see on the karate style MP here. We need to be using the tip, and a good way to practice this is, I'm just going to show you here now, is on a heavy bag, and also with a training partner or coach on a focus mitt to get the angle right. Okay, I'm going to show you the movement very, very slowly. The lead hand would come slightly out to the side, really high, and descend down. The point of contact, the hand would come around the face and back. Show that again nice and slowly. We would start lifting from our stance, descending the elbow down through the object and flip it back. The idea is to keep relaxed, especially in the shoulders, okay? When you do the move, okay? Okay? So you're just coming up and cutting through. Very effective technique, and the rear elbow can be used as well, again slowly, but it's the same thing. Going to raise up through the back foot especially, bring the elbow right up to the centre virtually and cut through. The handle right back across and back into position. Okay, watch that one again. High rise, especially through the back heel, because we want to be able to lean forward and cut it back down and back across. Okay, both of them together. Okay, now this is very effective because when we use the elbow, we've got to what's called close quarters. All right, the three ranges of combat, as far as we're concerned, especially in Jeet Kune Do, as laid out by the late Bruce Lee, is outside of the rim of the fighting measure, where we can't use the longest range weapon to the nearest target yet, which will probably be the front leg, kicking with a side kick or a front kick to the knee or the hand. Then we'll go on to the rim of the fighting measure, okay, where we can do that very thing, longest range weapon to nearest target. And then inside that measure is where close quarter fighting takes place. And of course, close quarter also means that if we go to the floor grappling, the range has not changed, we're just on the floor. That's all. I know people call it grappling range and all that lot, but just overcomplicates things. You're at close quarters. So when we're on the back, by the time we've got inside where the punch and the kick is and we've landed down and right in our opponent's face in the fight, this is our close quarter situation, and this is where knees, elbows, headbutts, biting, gouging, pinching, pressing nerves, locking joints, pulling hair, everything else, grabbing the windpipe takes place. It's a very dangerous range when someone who knows how to fight in that range is there. In fact, a real nasty little motherfucker is wanting to get to this range to sort things out, either stood up or down on the ground, okay, because there's really nowhere for you to go. You can't slip, evade, duck, dive, bob and weave your way out of this stuff, okay. So sometimes you'll see a clinch and so on and so forth, but while you're able to strike with your elbow, like your knees or even your forearms, okay, you don't have to clinch, so you can still make that strike on the way in, and this is why elbows are effective, especially the diagonal cutting high to low. All right, so from this perspective, I would be just about here, and we can see the elbow can come in and cut into the bag, and I can take that motion down, and I can send in my rear as a little practice drill. So just very lightly we'll show a few of these diagonal cutting high to low shots, alright? So you get the general idea. You can deliver a tremendous amount of power when you do this technique. And remember, because the bony tip of the elbow is doing the strike, it really blows open those thin areas of the face, like we say, just around the brow. If you talk to a lot of fighters who've had quite a few fights, especially in the ring, but also in the street, and they've had elbows employed on them, they've got quite a bit of scar tissue, like myself, around the top of the eyes, over the eyebrows, and even underneath where the cheek has just split through. A very, very effective elbow, and we will talk about some other elbows in other clips, but this is just something simply I can show you without a student to get you on your way thinking about how to use these. Very, very effective. They will get you out of a lot of trouble, and if you've not got dynamite in your hands or your feet, this is a very useful technique. It doesn't take hundreds and hundreds of repetitions of practice all the time, like fine-tuning a jab or something like that, or a back fist. It's just ready to go and very effective. Okay, hope this helps you in your training. And like I say, we'll look at some other stuff with the elbows. There's quite a lot. Some are more useful than others, some are not so useful. Cheers, and thanks for watching.